Do you know what it is to listen? Do you find it disrespectful when you're speaking to somebody and they're not paying attention? In today's environment, we have cell phones, tablets, we text message, we video game, we have applications, social media. We have all these different distractions to the potential of a great conversation. We sit down to eat and we look across the table and the person with you may not have any interest of saying anything to you because they're too busy focused on their phone. My children was the last generation to not have a cell phone at the dinner table when they were kids growing up. And my youngest one, my middle, my second and my third child, I should put it that, my second and my third child had cell phones when they were 13 years old, 14 years old. And we saw little by little the disconnection of communicating. I saw it. I was one that bought them the phone. And so I didn't want to punish them, as we do today, almost disciplinary actions, because I gave them the gift. But I had to teach them how to be able to put it down and be present. And it was a process to be able to get them to that point where they'd be present. Today, my second child, when calls me all the time on the very same device that distracts us if we're in a room together. But he and I, when we get together in a room, we put the phones down, we look at each other, talk to each other, and we're very present. My third child, the same. My first is easy for her to be present because still, she was that generation that didn't have the cell phone to distract at all, so she's not inundated in that area. When we're all in a room together, we talk to each other. Now, there's times that my wife and I are together having dinner, and we're not saying anything, and we're on our phone. And I can see where somebody will look at it and think, look at this couple, they're not engaged with each other. They're more engaged with whatever it is that they're doing on the cell phone. Well, in my business and ministry, we require that we have to be online. So the joy of being present in the same room together is the battle of its own. And so somebody can look at us and say, well, we're not connecting, or we're not talking to each other, and we're being disrespectful, when it really isn't. We're actually together. And that's the miracle of that. But there are times when I'm in a business meeting and there are people that go on their phone, and they get on their phone while I'm in the process of talking them through a process or a procedure. And in my business, where I charge for my time, I don't find it as disrespectful, but I find it as a waste. So what I do is, when the person is on the phone and we're trying to have a conversation, or I'm doing some type of instruction, and they get on the phone, all I do is I stay quiet. I don't do anything till they're done. And then when they're done, then I go back and I talk. And then they jump on it again and I get quiet. I say nothing. I don't tell them to put the phone down. I don't rebuke them. I don't stop them. I don't say anything. Sometimes they say, oh, you can keep going. And I just don't say anything. I just wait. I don't get on my phone, and I just wait. And I wait for them to actually put the phone down. When they put the phone down, that's when I start talking again. And they begin to realize, when I pick it up, they won't talk. When I put it down, they talk, and they don't pick up the phone again. And that's the best way to be able to train, or to be able to put a stipulation to a conversation. When a person picks up the phone and starts messaging or what have you, pause. This one person says, you can keep talking. And I said, no, that's rude of me to be talking while you're busy. And they get the message right away. But notice what I did. I take the blame and I put it on myself. It's rude of me. I could be in the middle, mid-stride of talking to them. They pick up the phone, they look, I stay quiet. When they realize what I'm doing, sometimes I say, go ahead. And I go, no, it's rude of me to continue to talk while you're busy. I don't want to talk while you're busy. and I'll give you your time. And then it comes to the time that they no longer pick up the phone, and they no longer click around. So there's different ways of being able to get your point across. And on on these programs that I'm producing, I want to be able to provide for you these truths that can actually help you out. If you like this, comment down below, thumb up, subscribe, follow me, that you may be able to get a couple more tips that will probably help you out. I'm Pastor Clark, and I love you. We'll be right back.